Got this beanie and this really cool Festool fold-out ruler from Scott Brown over at Scott Brown Carpentry. Mia and Frank, that's Carpenter13 on Instagram. I'll put links down below, but it was part of a subscriber giveaway. Scott's got a really cool channel. He's based here in Auckland. I think he had about 50 subs when I started watching. I had about 100. Now he's got 20,000. Nice one, man. Good work. And I've just gone over 500, so it's all good. This is Ned.
Hey Rob, how's work going today? Guess who's here?
And Scott Brown.
Scott Brown here. How's it going, Rob?
More about Ned later. And more about Scott Brown as well. So I got quite a few new subs recently. Welcome to the channel. If you're here from Scott Brown, cheers and welcome. This is my garage. And until a couple of years ago, my workshop was just a workbench up against the wall. It was all I really needed. A couple of years ago I started working at home almost full time, so I ended up building an office around my workshop. I moved the workbench across to the other side and put in a desk for my computer. I also put in a couple of shelves and a kind of a sofa. I built it all with 2x4 framing timber and 12mm non-structural plywood, the cheapest that I could get my hands on. I wanted this all to be non-permanent, so none of the walls are attached to the floor or the ceiling, and I used minimal attachments on the walls of the garage. Effectively, I built screens rather than walls. They're attached at right angles to each other so they didn't fall over. And one of them was attached to the big pallet rack at the end of the garage, so it was super solid. Locating the door into the office was a bit of a challenge because I wanted to keep my big storage pallet rack. So I decided to cut out the bracing on the bottom of the pallet rack and put some new bracing up the top. And this allowed me to install the door right in that space at the bottom. So I took the rack over to Ned's, and here's Ned welding up that bracing for me. Ned was actually the very first subscriber to my channel. Cheers, Ned. All these videos have been for you, buddy. The idea of making the walls semi-permanent and removable proved to be a good one, because in no time at all it became apparent that the idea of combining my workshop with my office was skirpy. So I grabbed a company issue blue skirpy out of the office, it's my favourite colour of skirpy, and I moved the front wall back a couple of meters and made the office smaller and the workshop bigger. So this is the office now, and as you can see, it is tiny. Tiny is an understatement, I think. What I'm about to do now is knock out this piece of wall here, which was the wall at the end of my workbench. Don't step on that. Ouch!
Scott Brown here with Pato. We're putting up a lot of pink timber. It's about why on earth is timber in New Zealand pink? They use like a reddish sort of treatment, and as it dilutes, when it's spread throughout the timber, it fades into a sort of pink. Why is New Zealand timber pink?
I don't think it's anything to do with the treatment beyond it's a way to distinguish it from any other treatment. So you'll see all your H3s kind of green tinged.
Yeah.
Can be clear, but I think they just tinge it so there's no way you're ever going to use the wrong thing.
Yeah, I reckon that's pretty good. Doesn't look too bad, eh? Back in the day, life was simple.